Hello everyone, my name is Maddie Flowers and I'm Miss Fort Lauderdale's Outstanding Teen 2020. I've made it my personal mission to advocate for pancreatic cancer awareness, specifically focusing on prevention and early detection. Throughout the month of November, because it's Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, I'll be hosting a series of educational videos interviewing the trailblazers in the pancreatic cancer awareness community. I'm honored to kick off this series and welcome to you our first guest, Lisa Mannheim, Executive Director of the Hirshberg Foundation. Hi Lisa.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
My pleasure.
All right, so we're going to go right into it. So the first question I have for you today is, can you tell us a little bit about your position in the Hirshberg Foundation and what it's like being executive director?
Yeah. As executive director, I am basically, obviously overseeing our organization. It's a small but mighty team, I say. And we're doing, obviously, our role is to fundraise. So I steer the fundraising. I'll do tons of work with communications, marketing, and basically donor development. I work with my mom. She is the founder of the foundation, and she handles more of the medical side and where our funding goes. And I basically raise the money and build the relationships with the donors through events, fundraising, marketing, communications.
Yeah, it's awesome that you guys can do that together.
Yeah, over 20 years.
So, yeah, that's crazy. So what prompted you to get involved in the Hirshberg Foundation?
As I said, it was founded by my mom, and I had just given birth to my son, who's now 21 years old, and I had taken a leave of absence when my mom said, we need help doing this 5K to raise money for this new foundation that we just started, and would you mind helping me while you're on maternity leave? And I said, of course I will. And I ended up never going back to my job. It just, it stuck from there, and it grew and evolved. And
That's awesome. Yeah. So what do you think, if you had to pick one thing, is your greatest accomplishment while helping with this organization?
Well, I think it's not my greatest accomplishment, but what we in pancreatic cancer have been able to accomplish. And I think one of the things that I would love to loop you in on is the fact that 20 years ago, when my mom started the foundation, she just wanted to give money to a pancreatic cancer program. And in the United States, there weren't any. And so she basically started her own. And when we think about what didn't exist 22 years ago to what exists now, just the scope of what we've been able to do, that I think is incredible. And I think one of the biggest pieces about pancreatic cancer that still exists today is the lack of knowledge that people have over where your pancreas is in your body. What does your pancreas even do? And how do you find out that you have pancreatic cancer? And that's what is so elusive, because the pancreas is, pancreatic cancer is difficult to diagnose because there are varying reasons, but sort of the knowledge that we've been able to spread, the awareness, the fact that our program exists.
Yeah, you guys have an amazing organization. I've done some research into it. It's so cool. One more question. So,
sure, take your time.
COVID-19 has affected everybody, especially organizations trying to raise money and awareness. So how has it personally affected you guys?
Quite significantly, because our foundation is one of those that's very event-based, fundraising events. We do a big 5K, a huge outdoor spin event, and other in-person events. So obviously those types of foundations have had to shift dramatically. So we just finished this past weekend a virtual Tour de Pier, which is our outdoor stationary cycling ride, and trying to come up with, and it was amazing. We raised $650,000. So trying to come up with unique ways to engage. It's all about engaging your donors and rallying your base. And we've been able to do that virtually. And we've got our next big one up is a Halloween 5K. So we're going to continue to do that. It's just about pivoting, not giving up, being flexible, thinking creatively. That's
Do you guys have any goals in mind for this next year?
that's a good question. We're setting goals, but we're really finding it's hard because you normally set a goal based upon what you did last year or how you think things are gonna, or is it gonna be bigger than last year or smaller? There is no last year here, so. So yeah, we have goals. We're trying to keep them conservative and be realistic, but at the same time, make our donors and our community aware of what we're doing, the fact that we are still trying to bring events to people. People with cancer are still being diagnosed. Pancreatic cancer is still killing thousands and thousands of people each year. So we're sticking with our motto of, we're never giving up, and that's sort of been our guiding principle throughout this whole crazy time.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
My pleasure.
And thank you guys for all the work you're doing.
Thank you.
All right, bye.